Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another edition of KSPN TV Sports Center. I'm Josh Mechanic, and I'm joined by Executive Director of KSPN, Bob Allen, and my co-host and broadcasting partner, Max Schwartzberg. So we're looking forward to bringing you our edition of we're pretty much what we're calling CCL Sports Center. So it's just Sports Center for the California Collegiate League, trying to bring information from both the North and South Division in the CCL, just standings, updates for specifically the Conejo Oaks schedule, and just a lot of CCL information in general. So we're gonna start
And
off.
by the way, you're doing a pretty good job based on the views that we're getting for the games and everything. So we have to be telling the people a little bit more about the Sports Center show during the games that are following.
Right.
Right.
Well, we're going to start off by taking a look at the Oaks schedule from this past week. So the Oaks started off, it was a pretty crazy game last Tuesday against the Santa Barbara Foresters. An extra innings, 8-6 loss in 10 innings for the Oaks. So that was real heartbreaking, but boy, did they bounce back. Four straight wins after that, including a dominating 9-2 win. That was Wednesday, the first time that the Oaks have taken on the San Luis Obispo Blues this year. And then the pitching took over. A 5-2 win against the Saints, 9-4 against the Saints, back-to-back, little home and away between Arroyo Seco and Conejo. And they capped off the week with a 4-2 masterclass of a pitching performance yesterday down in Orange County. And Max, you want to go over the upcoming schedule for the Oaks?
Yeah, I mean, you mentioned bounce back after that tough extra innings loss. So the Oaks, they've won four straight, and as they go into this next week, especially after we get through tomorrow, starting off with the Ventura Pirates, the Oaks are looking for some revenge. If you don't remember, very early in the season, the Oaks dropped a game against the Pirates 2-1, a CCL affiliate. And that's definitely a team that the Oaks are just better than. And that was kind of those early season blunders that you want to see back then and fluster out. And it clearly seems that the team is playing really well together. They really enjoy it. So I would expect the Oaks to take care of business tomorrow. Obviously, the CCL showcase game, the Oaks throwing out a lot of all-stars. It's been a great first half. And as we go even deeper in the second half, that's going to be really exciting down at the MLB Academy. But then it's right back down to business. The San Diego Sunrays, the Oaks are currently 2-0 against them. They're looking to continue that success. Another affiliate, a new team in the CCL South this year that has been having their struggles. The Oaks definitely a more talented team and looking to take care of business once again. And then they head out back to Pasadena, just coming off two really good games against the Saints, a two-game sweep. They look to continue that momentum, especially as we talk about getting further into the season. You develop those scouting reports and a good understanding for each other team, their guys, and really know how to approach them. Then back to with the Pirates, that's going to be a game that the Oaks look to continue. Hopefully they're still hot there, maybe having a winning streak. And then back out to San Luis Obispo. First time we're playing there, the first and only time, I should say, in this season. So it's going to be fun for the guys to play in front of a pretty cool crowd. But it's going to be an exciting week, especially with the All-Star game for the Oaks for sure.
Yeah, and just touching on the South Division standings, we see that the Oaks are just one half game behind the Santa Barbara Foresters, and that's because they played one less game. But it is really remarkable to see a team this close and competitive with the Foresters this late in the summer. As we can see, Santa Barbara 19-8, but the Oaks right behind them 18-8. And once they even up with that extra game, they could be sitting with an even record, which is just really cool to see how great the Oaks have been throughout the summer. And the two of them are sitting a couple of games ahead of the OC Riptide who are 15-10, who have played two less games than the Arroyo Seco Saints, who sit at 15-12. And then the Academy Barons and the Ventura County Pirates are right ahead of the 4-16 San Diego Sunrise, who are still trying to get their feet under themselves in their first year in the CCL. And then the South Division or the North Division, Max.
Yeah, so I mean, we talked about it last week. It's been definitely kind of a close division, but we see those teams emerging. The Walnut Creek Crawdads, they just continue to really execute well, 7-3 in their last 10. The Sonoma Stoppers, they've been really good. They have lost one, but they're still playing pretty good baseball as of late. Their pitching has really done great for them, although their offense lately has been kind of have some blunders. But then there's the San Luis Obispo Blues, who we did see last week. You know, they're an okay team, kind of mid-tier around. They can have their moments, but they also have some struggles. They've lost a lot of heartbreakers to some affiliates that they would like to beat, I'd say so. But it is a tight pack division. Obviously, you would think that the Crawdads might run away with it, especially as we head to the final 2.5 weeks of the season. It's definitely not as close as the South Division, where the Oaks are, as we mentioned, only trailing by a half game. But the North, it's got a lot of powerhouses. The top three teams, even the Blues, they can get it done, and we know that they can play some good baseball.
Yeah, 100%. And with the last couple of weeks of the regular season winding down, we're getting closer and closer to the CCL playoffs. And we didn't really talk about it, but we did touch on the fact that the CCL showcase game is in just 2 days down at the MLB Academy. And we want to just talk about these Oaks players that are representing the South in the showcase game. So the Oaks have, I think it's 7 players.
Oh, wow.
So it's Tommy Kenlinger, outfielder for the Oaks. He's been leadoff man all summer, excellent on base over 500. He's been stellar. Then Austin Carrillo, him and Kenlinger have been that nice little dynamic duo at the top of the lineup.
1-2 punch for sure.
Yeah, they've been awesome. And then the other guy at the top of the lineup, along with them, that's been great has been Justin Rubin. He's been the cleanup man, the DH all summer, and he's been excellent at the plate, just so disciplined in his approach. He earns himself a CCL All-Star nod. Then Nick Leahy, another infielder for the Oaks. The
Oh,
Oaks infield has just been so good. The Oaks offense has just been excellent. It was tough to pick guys out, but Nick Leahy earns himself an All-Star nod. And then the last offensive player for the Oaks is Cooper Chef, who's currently in transfer portal. His defense has been excellent, and then to go along with that, he's been a really good hitter for the Oaks. And so that's everyone that the Oaks have offensively. As for the pitching staff, Ryan Humphreys, who's really become the ace, of course, gets the CCL nod, All-Star nod. He's got a 1.3 ERA and just been striking out guys left and right. And then we got Cole Fisher, another stud right-hander who's just been excellent as a starter for the Oaks. And as an alternate, Eldridge Armstrong is also getting the nod. And man, he throws hard. 93 to 95 out of relief. Just played at Texas A&M, who played in the national championship. And the Oaks also have Dominic Hellman, who's playing in the home run derby. And the Oaks are looking to take that for the second consecutive year, as Brendan Durfee actually beat Dom Hellman when Hellman was a member of the Foresters last year. And now Hellman's trying to win it for the Oaks this summer.
sounds like there's a whole starting team from the Caneo Oaks.
Yeah, and they even had to leave out a few that probably deserved it as well.
Yeah.
I know. Like I said before we got on the air, we've been doing this for 13, 14 years, and this is the best I've seen the Oaks. And I do listen to the games, watch them. So it is pretty exciting, when you get a win streak like that. And then that loss to Santa Barbara was a tough one.
Yeah, and they just showed how tough of a team they are, bouncing back, winning 4 straight after that loss. That's what really separates the great teams from the good ones, how they bounce back. So that is going to do it for this week episode of KSPN TV Sports Center. For all of us, Bob Allen, Max Schwartzberg, I'm Josh Mechanic, and we're looking forward to talking to you guys next week.